defrost. Gotta defrost that shit in the morning like this. 6 something. Right? They try to flag content, right? On my Instagram. Like, I leave it up so that you could fucking call me names if you want. That's why I leave it up. But they don't do that there. They do it on YouTube. Call me a drug addict. That's what they do. Alright, they do that dumb shit. Alright, I brought my deodorant with me today because I get stinky in the field for 3 hours, 4 hours. However long it's before the break, I'm in the field picking strawberry. Alright, look at my fucking thumb. Alright, it's a lawyer. You're a lawyer. Shill, lazy. Your mother. Right? They bite the creative energy off a motherfucker like me. And I'm not even trying to be so accusatory. I'm talking about an essence, right? The spirit of the time. Right? The spirit of the era. You know how the hippies had free love? It's like this time we all got free stuff. Free material is what everybody wants. But you're not going to get free material forever. Because the thing about it all is, when the material gets less money, right? Because you're going to make less money, right? We've been ramped up to live on a certain level, and then they're going to try to make it less so that another group could come in. Like, you know, they're trying to do you a favor in a way, but they're just doing it in a fucked up way, right? It's satanic. It's a satanic favor. You're going to take advantage of other people losing their nuts and expect God to like it. God doesn't like that shit, you know? God don't like ugly. Right? God doesn't like ugly. And I'm not talking about the way you look. Right? God does not like ugly motherfuckers, man. Right? I used to be so ugly on the inside. I hated myself, and it started to come outward. Getting too fat. My teeth were getting fucked up. Right? I was thinking a diet would save me. Not the creator of all things who sent his son to save me. Multiple times. Right? They have to come out. They have to come out to play. It's not me making it up all the fucking time, right? It's not me just making this shit up, right? They'll lean up on the wheel so that if they get into an accident, they crack their Adam's apple or clavicle or jaw, fracture something. You'd be fucked in an accident driving like this, right? You'd be fucked. Get into an accident driving like that, you fucked. Look how they do it. Look. Oh. Didn't see him there, did you? Right, I gotta hold up the phone for evidence because I don't have no fucking cameras on my car. Duh. Right, you drive, you're just as bad as them. Quit messing around. If I was a drug addict like that, wouldn't you see evidence of me being on drugs all the time? Not waking up to go to work, right? Scumbags leave robot comments. They act like it's just a stranger, right? Your mother's a stranger. How about that one? Right? You get what's coming to you in this fucking world, you pieces of shit. Everybody gets what they deserve in this fucking world. And Malcolm X was right about it. They're gonna track and trace all you motherfuckers. Just like they do to me. Just like they did to him. And I'm not even trying to compare myself to them like, I'm leading an example and blah, 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 blah. Don't follow me. Go follow Jesus. Right? Go follow someone else. I don't want you to track and trace me. Right? Even Jesus told you, your faith in him healed you, not him. Now don't speak about it. Right? Now go away and keep it a secret, is what he said. Because he knew that the Pharisees didn't fucking like him breaking their laws that they said were from Moses. They're just liars of all times, these people. They act like they're sent from God, but they're fucked in the head. Right? I look for reasons to not be sent from God for something. God makes me say things that are uncomfortable to say for me. Right? God gives me a feeling in my heart, in my chest, like anxiety or something, almost like it. Not quite, because anxiety is the bad one. Right? It's more like admiration, like a clamoring, because you don't know how to react to the forgiveness of God. So you got to say something of what you think he's forgiven you for. You come out with it. Right? Just like they come out to play. Like the freaks come out at night. But the stalkers come out always to watch a motherfucker like me. Right? Are they angels? I have no idea. When it's help that I don't ask a question when I get help. Unless it feels like I'm going to have to owe. Then I'm like, well, I can't pay you back. You know, I don't have any money. I can't do a favor for you next week. You know, I'm busy. And if that's why I say that stuff. Because I don't want to take a gift with strings attached. Where I'm going to have to pay something back forever and ever and ever and ever. Right? Jesus let me in the door. He lets me come back here because I wasn't even ready to admit that he's God's son. Right? I'm sitting here thinking we all God's son, which we are, but at the same time, he's the only begotten son. Right? And God tells us that to say, go fuck Satan, even though Satan is also God's son. Right? Fuck that motherfucker. He hates his daddy. He can't forgive his daddy for what he thinks he did wrong to him. So he should be lucky he gets a lake of fire. So he could be jealous in there burning while Jesus is chilling in the mansions of heaven. The sky castles. Right? You see him in the clouds sometimes. You don't think Jesus is going to come put something down on here? Make it better for us? Right? You think if you don't need to see the violence, right? If you don't need the carnage to happen in front of your face for some type of bloodthirsty lust, then he won't show it to you. You don't fucking need to see it then. Right? I don't want this payback that everybody wants. I don't want the fucking warrior to come pay him back here. Right? I'm trying to warn them that their ways are going to pay them back. And they act like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, no, God's going to do it. I'm not cursing you. God's sending you a message to stop trying to curse me. Duh! Did you ever fucking think of that? Because by the time the car gets heated up, even when it's 55 degrees, I turn the defroster off. Because I'm running the engine and I'm getting heated up. Just like me, running my engine, getting heated up. Right? You ever been so poor that you have to have a vegan diet? Basically. Like, be grateful for whatever meat you get offered. Even if it's not organic. Right? If you can't always afford meat, maybe you shouldn't always eat it. Like, that's what the world is trying to tell you. Stop being gluttonous and gavone everything. Something you're going to waste. Right? Like, for me, a dozen eggs is a waste. Because I'll go on a kick of eating eggs and using them as an ingredient in a recipe. And then I'll stop fucking eating them for a long time. And they'll just sit there. Right? So maybe 6 or 8 eggs would be a better option for me. Instead of 12. Because I always have 3 or 4 eggs that I don't use. That I end up just like putting in the fridge. Like, I don't want to waste it, you know? But it goes way past the date. That's why I like the farm fresh eggs from the lady, because it's like they tell you the date they were collected, not the date they're going to fucking expire, because you don't know how long they're going to sit there on the shelves, right? She expects to sell certain things, because people like me will go all the way to this farm stand for her eggs. How do you think I got a fucking job there? It's not like a bribe. It's just like, you know, I put my name on their list. That's a list I put myself on. Right? Not like these Fannie Mae fuck faces or Sally Mae, whatever the fuck foundation that gives you a Pell Grant, and then when you can't pay it back, they get stalkerazzi on your ass. They get the stalker brigade to come fuck your life up. Try to make your life difficult. More difficult than it ever had to be. Because they're losers. They're in the same boat. That's why they get paid to do that, because they have a debt. But the thing about me is I won't do that shit to you because I have a debt. Once I figure out the job I get is like a stalker job, I quit. I say, no, I'm good. Sometimes I'll even let them keep the back pay they owe. I'll be like, no, I'm good. I'm good on you. I'm good on this situation. Don't get mad. It just happens that way sometimes. You can't get mad at shit that people don't want to take part in. You know, if they don't want to partake in like a sin, you can't get fucking mad at them for it. Even if they owe you, especially if they owe you. What, you think they can't fucking say no? Like, say no to drugs, kids. You don't have to leave robot comments on my fucking pages. Right? Because I'll tell you I used to do drugs and you shouldn't fucking do them because it fucks your mind up. Right? But I'm not the one going crazy. Right? If I had these thoughts when I was doing drugs and also seeking help after and before and whatever, right? If these thoughts came after their fucking medication that was legally prescribed from a doctor, then what was the cause? The recreational drug use that never gave me issues, or the fucking pills that made me have these bad thoughts? Right? That make you have these bad fucking thoughts to want to hurt yourself or others. They make you have bad fucking thoughts. Right? And they act like it's a cure. They knew in the psych ward days that this chemical concoction causes suicidal behavior and blah, 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 criminal insanity. Right? The criminally insane. It causes bad reactions. And they know they're trying to start shit. They want you to be a little gremlin soldier. So they don't have to pay somebody forever after they get the job done.